I must apologise, I actually can't see anybody because I did not bring my glasses. It's just as well I didn't, because they're like Harry Potter before magic, like sellotape to the middle. So it wouldn't have been a good look anyway. So before I came to Harmless, I would go to the GP and be asked, have you been referred to Harmless? And then given a leaflet, which I never really looked at because I kind of just felt dismissed. And like I was just being bounced from one service to another. They did a really good job of condensing the service down, to be honest. So I never truly knew what Harmless did. I was referred into the service by Let's Talk Wellbeing in July 2020. And out of all the referrals I've had made, this was by far the most helpful. I received a phone call from the Tomorrow Project, which inevitably I missed. But it did change my life. I was anxious when we did speak for the first time because I honestly just expected to be turned away. But after the phone call, I felt like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders, which was really uncommon, unfortunately, because I've been bounced around so many different services. They were really empathetic and kind, like they really wanted to help me as soon as possible, even though I knew they were really busy. I was having a lot of existential crises about my age and where I was in my life. I didn't really plan for my future because I didn't expect to be here. So when I was here and had nothing planned, it felt really overwhelming. I felt a lot of stress because I felt like I could barely do everyday tasks without feeling overwhelmed. I compared myself to others a lot and I thought, how can I hold a job down when I can't even do tasks in my own house like cleaning or cooking or anything like that? I put a lot of time frames on my life, so it was just all one big constant pressure. I self-harmed daily. The moment it got all too much, that's what my brain just went to. I had suicidal thoughts. I thought there was no point, and that was disappointing everybody. I asked myself, what if I don't get better? What is the point? Before I started to struggle, I had so much planned, and the more birthdays that passed, I realised that I was further away from those goals. Being introduced to the Tomorrow Project was a whole new beginning for me. I've honestly never been greeted with such genuine care and support for my well-being. It was so lovely to speak to someone, and I'd never had support like this before. After each session, it felt like a weight had been lifted off my chest. We had sessions trying out techniques I could try when I needed to focus my mind. We even had a session sitting on the floor balancing eggs on their heads. It was a cracking experience. I didn't even have to say anything, they just knew what I needed. They say don't worry about it and we'll sort it from here, and more referrals were made to help me. I owe so much to the wonderful people at this service. They do such exceptional work. Thanks to them I have achieved so much in terms of recovery, and they've helped me reach milestones I never thought would be possible for me. The service is so crucial. I've been able to see psychiatrists thanks to their referrals, been encouraged to face fears in a manageable way. I can now leave my house on a regular basis, whereas before accessing the service, I wasn't leaving for months at a time, which is lucky because I'm here. There's absolutely no judgment, just unwavering support, and they believed in me even when I didn't believe in myself. What these wonderful people do is admirable, and I'm truly inspired by every single person involved in this wonderful service. As for me right now, the days are easier to get through. Self-harm and suicide are no longer my crutches. I've found new ways to cope, to notice when I start to struggle, and I finally have a compassionate voice towards myself. I thought I had to be at my worst to get help, but I now know that is not the case. My dream job was to be a counsellor, and now I'm determined to work somewhere like this. Wink, wink. I just want to say a massive thank you for inviting me to speak today. I cannot express my gratitude highly enough, and I'm honoured to be supporting such a vital and commendable service. Also, thanks everybody else for listening to me waffle. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, and hopefully we can raise the important funds this incredible service deserves.